Welcome to a new episode of So Reads a Lot, and today I'll be reviewing Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. But this isn't really reviewing, it's comparing Alice in Wonderland versus Through the Looking Glass. So, as you probably have heard of the book Alice in Wonderland, about a girl called Alice. It's all a dream. The entire book is all a dream, and she meets all these weird things, all these weird animals, all these weird monsters, all these weird people. One of the parts, she meets a baby who turns into a pig. She meets the Queen of Hearts. She meets all these people. She meets this cat. That the only problem is it won't stop grinning. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Then Lewis Carroll's like, I think I should make a sequel. The first one did so well. And guess what happened? Like so many of hundreds and hundreds of other books that are great, the sequels just aren't as good. And that's, I think, what happened with this one. It's just not as good. Great first one, did so well. The author thought, oh, well, let's make another one. They made another one, not as good. They were like, let's not try as hard. We don't have to. We got our audience, and maybe that kind of worked. But think about all the other people who'd be watching the book. If it was good, you're losing like hundreds of people who were like really good. Because like some person reads it, they're like, oh, it's not as good. And then all the other people are like, I'm about to read it. Or like, it's not as good. I don't think it's worth it. So yeah. And, okay. So, Through the Looking Glass summary is Alice. She goes through a mirror, a looking glass, and it's kind of like a flipped world. And then it turns into like a chessboard, which is honestly pretty awesome. It's like a chessboard, and all these people and monsters represent chess pieces. And yeah, I like chess, so that was cool. And also, it was just a pretty rad part. But, and then another thing is, she meets Humpty Dumpty. Pretty cool, right? And she also meets Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And I'm just saying, it's kind of funny. In the animated Disney, movie, they have Tweedledee and Tweedledum. In Alice in Wonderland, in the animation, while Tweedledee and Tweedledum are in Through the Looking Glass. So they definitely mixed those books there. And you may have heard of the kind of pretty famous poem called Jabberwocky. Yes, that's also in the Through the Looking Glass. And it's pretty much just a lot of nonsense. But yeah, it's famous, I guess. But yeah, and so now, I just gave you the two summaries. Now we compare Alice in Wonderland, world famous book. It's inspired just by a man slots, and the man was crazy, so that's one way to get your ideas. But it worked, it did great, it was insane. It was probably the coolest book you're ever gonna read. Maybe not like the best book of art, but like just insanely weird. Like the mock turtle? Who would have thought of this? Well, the mock turtle soup, but mock turtle. Who would have thought of that? And then, all these other weird things. The griffin. Obviously he didn't make up the griffin, but he used the griffin. He was insane. It was crazy. It was so good. Then, you got the sequel, Through the Looking Glass. It's kind of iffy, not great at all. And sure enough, it's a dream again. This guy's crazy. His book did so well. It was so good. It was insane. Great ideas. And I guess even when you're crazy and that's a way to get your ideas, maybe even that way, you never can make a good ending. Because both in the books, it's all a dream. That's the most non-creative idea you're ever gonna get in a book, unless the book's about a guy walking, and he walks back to his house, and that's it. And that was all a dream. And even that's pretty lame. I mean, you're not gonna want that's so unsatisfying. And like, maybe you like unsatisfying things if you're weird. But like, if you're normal, you like satisfying things. And I like satisfying things, you know? I like cleaning, and then whoosh, it's clean. That's satisfying. This is, you read it, you want more, you want more, you want more in Alice in Wonderland, because Through the Looking Glass is just not as good, and I'll explain that in a minute. And then it's all a dream. It's done. You're not going to get another bit of it, and then there's a sequel, and guess what happens? It's also a dream. So Through the Looking Glass, I don't like it as much because he's like, oh, okay, how about this one is fully a comedy? And it's weird. Okay? That's like what I think he's thinking. It's like what happens is, that's a great idea. And then they have the jokes. He tries it a bunch of times. But the thing that he messed up on, 1 out of the 10 jokes are funny. But he left all of those trying to be funny jokes in there. And that's where he really messed Through the Looking Glass up, messed it up for people hundreds of years after, well, not hundreds, but like 100 years after, saying, like me, it's not as good. And maybe you like it more, but I don't like it as much. And also, Through the Looking Glass, it was trying to be too weird. There's a point where that is insane, that is awesome, that is just crazy. Then in Through the Looking Glass, it was trying too hard to be weird. It was trying too hard to be funny. I mean, it's like a sequel to a movie you like, you know? That's something you probably know what I'm talking about, you know? And you probably know what I'm talking about with the books. So, I would say Alice in Wonderland, 5 out of 5 probably. Through the Looking Glass, 3 out of 5. It's just not as good. Not at all. And so I'm going to say, like, maybe you like them both. I like one of them. I'm okay with the other one. I got to say, the other one, Through the Looking Glass, is also pretty cool. He just really messed up at a point. Too crazy, too funny. I mean, it was such a cool idea, though. Maybe if the guy, you know, maybe if his brain from when he was writing Alice in Wonderland wrote Through the Looking Glass, it would have been better. Even if it was the same idea, just, you know, not the same setup. I guess that's the same thing, but you know what I mean. So, like, because it was such a cool idea. I mean, a chessboard, Humpty Dumpty, kings, queens. I mean, in Alice in Wonderland, she becomes a queen. It's kind of crazy. And then, like, all the characters were, like, cats. Because she was sleeping with cats when she was dreaming. Really? Really? Just come on now. Do better, Lewis Carroll. So, if I compared them, Through the Looking Glass, half as good. If not, worse. So, I guess that's it for today's, maybe not today's, but this comparison for Stories a lot, and really check out my other reviews, and check out my other comparisons, because I do try extra hard on my comparisons. So, I guess that's it, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.